Hey everybody, Shane Presley here with Rock Paper Podcast to tell you about my friends, Music Record Shop. Check them out, 4191A Manchester Avenue in the heart of the Grove, right between the demo and the ready room. This Friday, new records from Foxing, Dr. Dre, Clutch, new Billy Gibbons record, and Chris Cornell, Led Zeppelin, Michael Jackson, all kinds of new vinyl. Check them out Friday, all-day listening party. They'll have 10% off purchases, new music playing, and complimentary beer from Four Hands Brewery. Also mark the calendar for November 28th. That Saturday, Rock Paper Podcast presents Connor Lau and Hands and Feet, live in store, 2 to 4 p.m. So it'll be a fun day to come out. Find them online, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, musicrecordshop.com.
What up, guys? This is Daniel.
This is Addison. How's it going?
Hey, I'm Garrett.
What up? This is ATG, and I write all of Addison's riffs. We are Discrepancies, and this is Rock Paper Podcast.
And I write those terrible lyrics.
Oh!
Your real name doesn't even have a G in it.
Right? No. Yeah. This is Rock Paper Podcast with Shane and his guests. You will listen to what he says. Shane will drive to your house and bring you brownies and talk for hours, 'cause it's Rock Paper Podcast. Tell me why it's nothing but a podcast. Tell me why we're making this for your ass. Tell me why all you gotta do is download Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Your ears on the canvas. This is the art, so let us know if you can handle a gift from the heart. It's like the mission of a candle, lit in the dark, produce light, so that life really isn't as hard. So if you're ready for the blaze, this is the spark, and if you're ready for the race, this is the start. So let's embark on a movement that's true to the art, and it's true like a new school Lewis and Clark. The point's real clear, kinda hard to miss it. We may have to fight through the harsh conditions. The only way we're ever gonna spark is friction. Sorry if I seem a little narcissistic. Take a deep breath whenever chasing the sound. This is our time, no mistaking us now. While other artists only focus on taking the crown, we find barriers and focus on breaking them down. Breaking news, we hate that you are angry at us for breaking rules. We strive for the race, you didn't have to keep pace, but through your hate you applied your brakes. Down it all, our sound is tall. They're looking up and discuss like we're bound to fall, but we would love to discuss why we're sounding off, because somewhere in the industry the sound was lost. So look past this aggression, cause class is in session. Better hold on when you grasp my perception. Respect the grind, we're next in line as we test your mind with reckless rhyme. From a hip-hop general, globally representable, try to keep it inspitable, never grabbing my genitals, never really been cynical, simple or even typical. Now mix it all up with talented individuals that all sat down and made a plan, combined 4 different styles and they made a band. I'm the voice here to let you know to take a stand, so for now just call me the anchor man. This is breaking news, we hate that you are angry at us for breaking rules. We strive for the race, you didn't have to keep pace, but through your hate you applied your brakes. Breaking news, we hate that you are angry at us for breaking rules. me more than that. Maybe they didn't know how to react and suddenly started hating the track. Go ahead, talk it down, you need something to blame. Upset that it wasn't the same. Watch me grasp your reflection and put it in range. Take a look if you need something to change. And cut. This is a good take, guys. Let's go get some food. Hey, Danny, come on, man. We're done. Stop. Hey, come on, man. Danny. Yo, Danny, done. You can stop now, please.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, episode 134. Coming to you from Fenton, Missouri, with the guys of Discrepancies.
Yeah.
Keeping it discreet.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in a warehouse in the middle of nowhere.
No addresses, though.
Yeah.
We're not here from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. every night.
This is where we get rid of the bodies.
On some Dexter type stuff.
Right.
There are two dumpsters out there. They both roll. We figured it out.
But I'm very excited about this, guys. You guys have been on my radar for a while. I just over the summer, I guess, things really started picking up for you guys with tour and shows, and I was like, I got to get to know these guys and get them on the show, and so it's finally made it all happen.
Hey, man, we appreciate it for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. So how was tour? How you guys? Guys had a good time with that?
A lot of near-death experiences. A lot of
Yeah,
almost killing each other.
Oh, yeah, we almost died. I forgot about that. I was for real. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, I actually forgot about that, too. I just made that joke, and I wasn't even talking about that.
Yeah, we for real almost died. That's awesome.
I was talking about the times we almost killed each other. That's what I was thinking.
Everybody had those thoughts.
Four sweaty men in a van for a month and a half.
Dude, I still miss that, though, man. It's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We heard a weird noise, like one of the tires sounded kind of weird to us. I hate it. Does that sound weird? No, it'll be fine.
And somebody named Garrett was like, we should probably pull over and check it out. Like, it's good. It's good.
Whatever.
Let's get in the fast lane instead.
And like another mile or two, pow, pop, like tire blew.
With all the weight of the van, we just went straight left.
Immediately started veering left, like it was.
I remember in my head, I'm like, this is gonna be a fucking dream. Like, this is just a bad dream because we like go head on with the sim. We went off onto the other side of the highway.
Because it was like that dirt divider.
Head on with a semi, and then Addison yanks the wheel as hard as he can back off, and we're in like this grass area between the two sides.
Yeah, like he almost hits he was trying to stay on the highway as best as he could, but we were headed straight for the median. We were so close to the median, I was like, all right, this is it.
It was the first time that Addison was driving on tour too.
Yeah, so he
within 30 minutes of driving.
I think it was like within 10 minutes to be honest.
Like,
It was really quick.
He was like, we're not going to stay on the road, so he just gave up and just went into the grass, and we ended up on the other side of the highway.
Dude, I think that the next time we go on the road, some Final Destination shit's gonna happen because there was three lined up deaths. It was hit the median head on, die. Hit a semi truck head on, die. Fall into oncoming traffic 20 feet below, die.
Yeah, we stopped.
And then I would be the one who would live, and I'd be like, fuck my van.
Do you guys remember the place that towed us to the shop? And then already, we're in a shitty area, right? We're in this place called Mauston, Wisconsin, which is like halfway between Madison, Wisconsin, and Milwaukee,
Yes.
Wisconsin.
And this place, literally, there are no addresses for places. It's just
one
Mauston.
P.O. box.
It's
There's
just
one
the P.O. box for the entire
and every
town.
person comes up and gets their own mail from this one. Like, there's no buildings have addresses. The gas station doesn't have an address. Like, it's just like the Taco Bell doesn't have an address. Because me and Addison walked into this town. We're like, we just like almost died, and we need like an address. Like, call the cops and figure out what's going on. And like, they were like, we don't have that.
We don't have addresses.
We're like, what?
Right?
That's like so.
Oh my god!
That's
Everybody
so
was mean.
like 1600s.
The only
The only people who were nice to us in Boston were the cops. Like, that was so backwards.
We got to ride in the back of cop cars. We took selfies with them in shotguns. We're like,
I was the only one who didn't get to ride with the cops because I was
in the tow truck.
Yeah. That was your decision. That you couldn't
rough.
I was like hugging my van. And I was like, we'll make it. We'll make it.
We probably should have went over this before. What can I not say? I guess you can't say it.
FCC rules? You can say whatever. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
well, you can't say it. So it's almost. I mean, I'm not going to say anything crazy.
Yeah, no, you can say whatever.
All right, fuck Boston.
Yeah.
I'm
But
sorry.
you do feel like there's a weight off your chest, right?
I apologize. I mean, if you're from Boston, get out. And no, I don't like you.
So we get to this towing company that dicks with us for 3 days, telling us they're going to work on our van. They don't do it. And then finally, when we're getting ready to just take the van somewhere else, they finally just magically do it. Then they overcharge us for it. Then we get back on the highway, and they
5 minutes onto the highway, they didn't even tie the lug nuts on all the way.
Yeah, we start hearing this noise again, and I'm like, pull over. We're not playing this game again. And we pull over, and Danny's like, the lug nuts aren't even tightened on the wheel.
Like, I was ready to go back there and fucking, like...
Yeah.
So here's something I haven't told any of you guys, actually, so this is like new information. That day, I wrote a review about them online, because I was like, I just want to tell people, like, not to go there. Hopefully nobody else has to deal with that. The guy responds to me 2 days ago, the day before Halloween, and was like, oh yeah, you look like a guy I would listen to. I'm like, the review's not for you, you dumbass. The review's for other people going to your shop. Like, you're so stupid.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my god. Yeah. This was like, what?
And you probably did it the day of.
Yeah, literally, as Danny was tightening those lug nuts, I was literally just like, please don't go here if you value your life. Like,
you know what? And I'm not even as bad at them as I am at the Taco Bell that was there.
Oh, 5 minutes before the front would have closed.
I never got my free
still
stuff.
Would have been open
by the way,
for an hour.
Did you ever get your free stuff?
Go ahead, Danny.
5 minutes before the lobby closed, and like the drive-thru was still going to be open for another hour after that at least. And it was like 5 minutes before the lobby closed. We were trying to go in and get food, and they closed up the lobby. So we walked up to the drive-thru. And, like, they just were not paying attention to us, doing whatever.
You called them from the drive-thru.
Yeah, I called them staring through the window. I'm like, hi, I'm at the window, and I'd like to order food.
Even though you guys closed, like, 5 minutes early. And they're like, we already shut down the register, and we can't serve you, like, through the drive-thru. And,
unless you're in a car.
Yeah, and, like
then why did you close the inside early? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
Being someone who worked in fast food
sorry,
for,
there's
like,
nothing
3
we can do
years
for
at
you.
least.
I was like, we're stranded in your stupid-ass town of Boston.
Yeah.
I hate you, Boston.
Now, keep in mind, we were stranded because we were like 3 shows in, so we didn't really have a lot of funds at the time, and somebody had, on our kickoff show, given us like a $50 gift card to Taco Bell or something like that. And that's why
like
we
our
were like,
food money.
we literally need to eat at this Taco Bell. We don't have anything else to eat. And they're like, nope, too bad. It was like, wow, thanks.
We almost died. So what? Fuck off. Cool.
All right, I want a refund for this gift card. Oh, how much is the gift card? $2,000.
So needless to say, as hungry people stranded in a towing what was that little room? There was just like some shitty TV on for a couple days.
Just like the lobby of the machine shop or whatever.
We all called and complained separately from Taco Bell, and one of them worked. I ended up getting 2 $5 coupons for cheese this week. Sorry, and that's how I know there's volcano sauce, lava sauce.
Lava sauce.
Lava sauce.
I didn't get anything.
I know.
She was like, corporate will call you back 2 months later. Nothing.
I didn't get a call. I just got something in the mail.
Well, because you called first.
If something came for you in the mail today. These nuts!
Shut the fuck up.
It was like...
Everybody's just staring at him like, what came in the mail?
All of you are just like dead face, you know?
Got him!
It's still going on.
Terrible.
Danny's got the dank memes.
4 people.
Don't make that guy famous again. That needs to die.
Yeah, that needs to go away forever. So does Boston.
They can go at the same time.
Boston should go.
I bet that guy lives in Boston.
How can I fuck the internet over?
No, he's too good of a human being to be living.
Oh,
Right.
that's mean.
I've had two two near-death experiences myself driving vehicles.
Yeah? Tell us about that.
So the first one, I had a 2002 Ford Taurus. I was driving down Highway 40.
Then it did one of those Ford things.
Yeah, one of those. I was so I got on 40 like Lake St. Louis, and I was going to Highway K in O'Fallon.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And in that short time, it, like a blizzard hit, and like out
of left field, a blizzard.
Nice.
It's July.
It was coming down pretty serious, and so by the time I got to about K, it started getting real slick, and I kind of fishtailed, spun out as I was trying to slow down to get off the highway at the exit, and then I got like clipped from behind, and I did a 180 on the highway.
Like another car hit you?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then behind me, tractor trailer like jackknifes on the highway trying to stop from hitting us, and like was going down the highway sideways. And
Oh my god.
How fast is this truck going if it's like blizzarding
right.
outside? Like,
Well, that's the thing. It like came down so fast. Like everybody, we're all like trying to slow down, and like just everybody started sliding and stuff. And so
Those big trucks feel invincible.
he goes over. So I'm like in the exit lane, and he goes like over the hood of my car through my windshield, and like stops like right in front of my face. And like
That's intense.
Yeah, there's like I have pictures of my car, and like it's like, my car is like bent around my head, like it's pretty weird looking.
Damn.
So there's something. Somebody was looking out that day because it could have been really bad. Luckily, I was way too big for my Taurus anyway, so like I had to like sit in the back seat.
Luckily,
so
Low ride.
Yeah.
Right. I just picture you sitting in the actual back seat.
And then the second time was also in the snow. It was Christmas morning, like 6 years ago, I guess now. I was going to my girlfriend at the time's mother's house, my now wife, and we were going over there for Christmas morning, and Lake St. Louis was like a solid sheet of ice. Like Wentzville was fine where I live. I'm cruising down 70, 65 or whatever, and I get to Lake St. Louis, and it's just all ice. Like it was like a line, clear and ice. And
Right.
And I hit that spot, and but by the time there wasn't no warning to slow down or anything, and I hit that ice, and it like just pulls immediately to the left, and like it slid and grabbed and pulled, and like I went head on into the median about 65, 70 miles an hour, and I had a Ford Escape at the time, and totally airbag went off and everything. I went flying around in there and bounced off the wall, and luckily I didn't hit anybody else. That was what was At least it was just me. I messed up my car, not having to pay for somebody else's car.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, two pretty wild. So I stay out of the snow now. I don't know.
No kidding. It's snowing today. I'm calling into work.
Yeah, right.
your
I'm leaving my
problem
car in
was
the garage.
Right.
Ford.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
I'm kidding.
Danny is a Ford supporter.
I have a Ford van, but it's like the one good Ford.
I don't know that he survived him, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The crash test worked out for him. So they
Right, there you go.
I survived both. But yeah, no, it was crazy, man. Glad you guys survived your mess and
Yeah, man.
lived through Boston, and now we're here.
I'm trying to think of what other crazy crap happened to us on tour.
I mean,
I
we
mean, we
had a
have
lot of
a
fun, dude.
Yeah.
we have a lot of stories about
Lot of
farting in the van,
Foursquare.
and then like just real close to suffocating to death.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously, Foursquare was like
Foursquare.
our bonding game
Yeah.
all summer because we just
Boy, and Pokemon.
we would steal chalk, and we had a basketball that was also stolen at some point, and
We stole.
we could play.
We stole nothing.
We
We didn't do anything illegal on tour at all.
That's a total lie.
Disclaimer:
Anything, right?
we are not vandals.
Yeah, we are terrible people. That's
I've
what we
never
found
been,
out
I've
from
never
being
been a
on the
bad
road for
person until I
2
went on
months.
tour with these three assholes.
We wouldn't just walk into a movie theater, walk right past the ticket
Oh,
person.
dude. I forgot about that. When we got to Nashville, we found this movie theater that literally just didn't care that we were just walking in without tickets and just sitting down in movies. And Danny is a fucking mad genius because
you
Danny
can grab
would
the
walk
large
into already done movies, pull popcorn buckets and sodas out of the trash can, walk up to the front counter and say, I dropped my popcorn and soda. Can I get a new cup and bucket and get it filled up? And they'd be like, yeah, sure thing. And they'd give him a brand new thing. And he'd come sit down and we'd fucking eat. And we'd see like 4 movies that day.
By the end of it, though, we got extreme where we were really ballsy about it. And there was like 4 cups and 2 buckets of popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
well, and
they're still letting us
the last movie we saw, we were the only 4 people in the theater. And we didn't buy a ticket.
It was totally worth it.
There's nobody in there that bought a ticket.
It's like 9 o'clock at night on a Sunday night, and we're 4 grown men watching Inside Out.
Disney movie.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Now, if anybody's ever wondered if nobody buys a ticket, do they show the movie? The answer is yes, because nobody bought a ticket, and us 4 watched that movie.
Right,
So.
I think they knew. They were just like, "Oh, let them watch it."
Well, I feel like there was a point that like somebody walked in and they looked up and like looked at us and we just looked back at them, and then they just walked back out, like making sure we're not disturbing.
this theater's okay.
Yeah.
I wish whenever they walked in, I would have been like, "Hey, what's up? We're watching
then,
movie here."
then we would have got kicked out. You're disturbing the other people trying to watch the movie.
So yeah,
We are
all
the other
4 watched the movies for free, pretty much.
We saw
Almost
everything.
the whole
We saw
one.
almost everything that was in theaters that week.
And we got free popcorn, free
Free
drinks,
sodas.
at least like a $50 or $60 deal every night. Like
Every
for free.
And then the best part is with how big those sodas are at the movie theaters, you can take those to McDonald's and get free refunds.
Yeah,
on top of that.
Danny, because they have red cups. It was an AMC theater. He was just taking them to every McDonald's. It was
AMC just upped their security.
50, 60 ounce sodas, like ridiculously large.
There was a show on. It used to be on Comedy Central with Skylar Stone. I don't know. You guys ever watch Waiting? Did you guys?
Yeah.
Skylar's in there for a short bit where he's one of the line cooks that like he says something about like let's add some guacamole and he's gonna blow a snot rocket on it and then he's like, oh no, I mean, you can't put you can't mix Mexican and whatever or something. So he goes, all right, how about some garlic salt? And then he puts the dandruff on. But anyway, so Skylar used to do a show on Comedy Central called Con, and it was all how to con people and stuff like. And that was one of his bits that he on the show where he popped his trunk lid and he had like Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell, like all these cups like velcroed to his trunk lid. And he goes, so wherever he wanted a free soda from the day, he'd grab his cup and go in and fill it up. And so it was pretty good.
I did the same thing back when I was driving my Honda Civic. I just had like driver and passenger, and then there was the back right seat, and then the back left seat had all my cups and all my refillables.
Yeah.
Antonio was the best at scoping out movie theaters, though, because we did it actually at a few. Like, there wasn't just like the one. The one was the one that we actually got away with the most at. But like all throughout tour, like we'd like scout out all the side doors, and if everything was locked, we'd all get nervous, and then Antonio would be like, "I'll be right back," and he would just walk in with his hands in his pockets and just wouldn't make eye contact with anybody. And I've never been to a movie theater where they haven't been like, "Can I see your ticket?" Like, or like to like rip it. Antonio just walks right through. Nobody even says a word to him. And I'm like, okay.
Just walk right to the side door.
Yeah, right to the side door. And he's like, "I'm right here." Let me just walk around and like nothing happened. What?
It's too easy.
That Inside Out's a pretty good movie though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was really good actually.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it.
There were a couple parts where I almost like actually teared up.
I cried.
I cried. I did not.
Like when Bing Bong gets left behind.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
That's that.
That was one of the moments.
The feels, man.
Yeah. Damn
My
you,
favorite.
Damn you, Bing Bong. Yeah.
No, they're just starting to make memes for Inside Out. Like I seen the one where they're like going into the like they're doing some conversation or something, and then they do that thing where they like zoom inside of your head or whatever to like see the people, but instead it's like the 2 Spider-Men and they do that slap.
Oh my god, that's disgusting. Dude.
It's hilarious.
I seen that for the first time though, like a week ago, and I was like,
The Spider-Man thing.
really? Don't ever tag me in this, please.
I'm tagging you in all of them now.
Plot twist, Danny's the one tagging you.
I'm tagging you in everything now.
Nah.
That's too funny, dude.
Well, I was listening to the EP today while I was cruising around all over this great state of ours.
Sorry you had to hear that.
I really like it, guys. I like the last three, probably my favorites. The Truth,
Breaking Rules and Repertoire.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Those
That means he likes breaking rules.
but what I really liked is like how you all have like your own moments though, like solos or something along the line, like where it kind of give you guys all a chance to spotlight and stuff throughout the record. I thought that was cool. But yeah, I was really digging it though. I think it's really great. So you guys gearing up? You said maybe do a full length or something soon, or
absolutely.
That's definitely the plan. Right now, we just confirmed with Encapsulated and Matt Amelong that we're going to be there for pretty much the month of March.
Yeah, pretty much the whole month.
Yeah,
it was tough because we've been really wanting to do a full length for a while, and we're kind of a band that like we work best under pressure, and like even with the EP, we worked on the songs on and off for I guess me and Addison did for like 6 months, and then we gained these two.
These guys.
Or we gained Danny and Antonio, and then we actually really started cranking on. Like, they were like rough ideas in the beginning, and then everything completely changed once they joined. And once we actually set a deadline to go into the studio is when we actually started cranking the songs. And we've been kind of working on music on and off and like on tour, and we weren't getting where we wanted to get to with it because like we want new material, and we know people want to hear new material, and so we finally just had to set a deadline to ourselves because now pressure's on, and that makes us work the best.
Yeah, for some reason it does.
It's weird, but like we talked with a couple of different producers, and Matt was the only guy that like we went to Fuzzy's Taco out in or Fuzzy Tacos.
Fuzzy Tacos off Watson.
Watson.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, well, on Taco Tuesday.
Great deal.
Which is now our permanent hangout. We will be there this Tuesday. I will see you there. And
try the view.
We hung out and had frozen margaritas and tacos and just like chilled, and like he was just really cool with us. Like the one thing that we wanted was to just have somebody who's like wants to do what we want to do and isn't afraid to like say when something's bad and when something's good, because like we just want to make the best product possible. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was like the big thing with Matt, and he just kind of fit the mold, and he was a chill guy. Like we could get along with him, and that means a lot when you're trying to work with somebody, especially for an entire month. So.
Yeah. I've had Amelong on the show. Him and Matt Benny from Fivefold came out to my house, and we sat in the kitchen and hung out for a while, and
very nice.
It was fun. But yeah, they're good. They're good guys, and Amelong's just been killing it, man, with the production and stuff. Like it's been really cranking out some quality stuff out of a studio.
Yeah, definitely.
He's become almost the guy to go to in St. Louis.
Right. Yeah, for a while it was like, especially for rock, it was a lot of people were going to trailer studios where Cavo recorded, and Shaman's Harvest and Hollow Point Heroes, and a lot of these guys were out there, but I don't think they're doing anything anymore. Rich Crabron, who was in Mesh and Modern Day Zeros, most of the recording out there at a trailer, and I don't think he's doing it much anymore. So it kind of people have been going other places, but yeah, it seems like Encapsulated's been the big go-to for a lot of people in town. Right. So like, but yeah.
I know some people still go to like Shock City, like Midnight Hour goes to Shock City, and they have such a nice setup there, but like their rates are just like unrealistically expensive. Like it's.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it all is where you feel comfortable and whose vision you see best fit for your project. True. But yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. There's a couple of different places around town that people have been going to, but yeah, Amelong's definitely, especially with Story of the Year stuff and Great Fire, and he's got some good clientele under his belt now.
Right.
So helps him to sell his brand and stuff too. So
Definitely.
but yeah, I'm excited for some new tunes. That'll be fun. Hopefully that goes well.
We got a lot in the works.
Yeah, we definitely do.
So you playing stuff out live now, or
They're
still working on some stuff?
There have been a few songs we've been playing live or have played once or twice live, depending on what song.
Kind of see how it goes.
How it reacts.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say all of them are finished. Mm-hmm. What we played live is where they're at the time.
Sure. Well, talking to people throughout this, I feel like songs are never really finished. Like they're always like. I mean, they even talking to like the guys of the Urge, like they've been playing Receiving the Gift of Flavor for 20 years now. They're just having the 20th anniversary this year, and but those songs, they recorded them, but they still, when they play them live, they've tweaked them and they've changed things over the years, and so even over 20 years later, they're still making changes to a song that they,
Yeah.
So
that's something we did when we did the EP. Like, we recorded all of it, and then we were like, okay, now we should rework this as a live thing, because like we like to engage with people as much as possible, and Antonio does a really good job of like just like demanding interaction from people and like asking them to do things, whether it be jump up and down or say things back or sing different parts or just react in some way. So like all of our songs like live are kind of like written differently than they are like on the album. Yeah. Not that you would never like recognize the song, but like there's just like gaps and some things are like restructured and switched around and stuff like that.
You got to give the people a show.
Right.
I notice a lot of rappers, to me, I feel like they'll just put their CD in. You know what I'm saying? Because their backing vocals and everything will be on there. And then they'll just like hit their punches. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like, I didn't come here to listen to your song with you.
Right.
Like, is this an album listening party?
I saw Bone Thugs a while back, and they had like 5 or 6 openers, and that's how I felt like everybody was. They came on, they put their CD in the CD player, hit play, and they rapped along with their CD, and I was like, this is awful. Like at least give me some kind of a show. I mean, I'm here to be entertained,
right?
But I don't really get that whole thing with why people think that's something I want to see. Like it,
right?
But yeah, I mean, at least have you guys got the band, or like at least when Bone Thugs, they had a DJ like up there scratching and stuff, and then they. At least there's something,
Yeah.
But just hit and play on the CD player is not fun.
Definitely. For me. Yeah, that's the worst part about it.
Right. Yeah. That's why I like. There's a group, Atmosphere, I like a lot, and they, a full band, hip hop, and even like locally, Matthias and the Pirates, like they do stuff full band, and it's it's a lot of fun to see. It makes it a complete show.
Nice.
Instead of just a rapper and a mic up there.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the best part about tweaking your songs is that you can always add more cowbell.
Oh yeah,
that's important. It's always important.
I feel like even if it's just a rapper, to me I feel like, all right, you got it pretty easy. All you have to do is rap.
We've been telling you that forever.
He's always like, I need more space to breathe. No, you don't breathe. You just rap.
Yeah,
you don't need water.
This I rap way too fast. Gotta breathe. But like, if you're a rapper and that's it. That's all you gotta do is rap. Like, do that at least. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't just hit your punches and have your tracking going in the back.
You're like your own hype man.
Yeah, like
you're like, did you hear me when I recorded that? I recorded that well. I recorded that well.
What'd I say? Run that back. For real, I don't remember what I said. Run that back.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think I've only seen you guys twice live now.
Which ones?
I'm curious.
Yeah,
because we've had some shows where like we don't talk about.
We have now had two absolutely terrible shows. Like, we've had bad shows before.
Do we say terrible shows?
I think they were fucking terrible shows.
I mean, do we?
we openly admitted to each other that we're not happy with that performance.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have shows where we're just like, I had a bad show, and everybody else may have had a good show, but there has been shows where we collectively have a group have had a bad show.
Yeah.
And it's ironic because the shows that we've had our absolute worst shows were like, as soon as we get off stage, we're like
feedback.
Completely surrounded by people like signing stuff and like selling out. Danny sold out of EPs on our last like worst show ever. He completely sold us out of EPs. It was like, what?
You're welcome.
I know, right? The first thing in your mind is you think, wow, that was terrible. I can't believe we did that and people heard it. And then, like, you get off stage.
I can never show my face in this town again.
And people come up to you like, oh my God, that was amazing. And I'm like looking at them like, and I look back up at the stage like, did you see what I saw?
Checking their ears.
Right.
Right. You got a flashlight.
I don't know. I think, like, because I hear the same thing. Like, you know, there's a lot of times I'll come up to a band, same thing. I'll tell them how great it was, and like, oh, that was, you know, it was shit or whatever. And I'm like, I loved it, you know. So it's like, it doesn't. I think I just feel like sometimes the artists you guys are like too critical and too hard on yourselves about it. Like when, you know, you might in your ear hear, oh, I missed that note, you know, or whatever it is, or I missed my mark here, or whatever the case might be, you know. But like as for the casual fans and stuff in the audience, a lot of us aren't as trained to hear, you know, a missed note or whatever, unless it's just really bad. But you know, for the most part. But yeah, like I feel like that's the same way sometimes, where I tell people it's great, and then they don't seem to feel the same way. But
right. So what 2 shows have you seen?
So yeah, what was it was an Ink Spot showcase, wasn't it?
Okay, with Apollo's daughter and Inimical.
Yeah,
right.
That was there, and it was on the side stage at Pops, right?
That was right before we went on tour.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the show before.
I think I like that show. That was a good show, right?
I think it was a good show. We got a good review. We got a good review in that magazine. Okay. A magazine wrote a review of us.
So I was there that night, and I was at the Head P Mushroom Head show.
Okay.
I'll call that a good one.
Yeah, that was
I
a
think
good
one.
I mean, we were in like
the sound was phenomenal. I thought.
Yeah, we've never played. That was the first time we played the full stage, and not the small one.
But even on the full
even
stage, we had like a collective amount of like 3 square feet of space.
I got Head's drums are on stage for every band that played before them, so you're like trying to get noticed around this 4 foot by 4 foot drum,
right?
This mountain.
I've got no forward and back space at all.
Yeah.
I'm basically going side. I'm hammer dancing, like and left to right.
For real. You just kept. We had to force you. We were like, dude, you have to get off stage, because we're not going to have any space. Like,
yeah, I didn't get to hang out and talk to you guys. I ended up. I watched your set in Midnight Hour. I've seen Head PE and Mushroom Head a bunch of times. The head-to-head tours and stuff. I went to a bunch of those, and then they were Head PE was just at Mad Magician like in the spring with Non-Point. And,
we almost played that show.
Yeah,
we almost.
But it was like we put like 6 bands on that bill. Like it was messed up. Like it was.
Really?
It was not.
Who ran that one? Does that make you say?
Yeah, I believe it was Mancuso's show. But like it was. I don't know. There was like 3 touring bands, and then they added like Apollo's daughter, Exit 714, and somebody else. Like Soundtrap or something, I think, or something. It was a third local band. So they had 3 local support and 3 touring bands, and it was like, man, there's way too many people here. Like, you know.
Did they flip from one side to the other side, or just do it on the same stage?
It's all on the same stage, but it was just the fact that like,
stage.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was still thinking
they had to start they started the show like, you know, they advertised like on doors open at 7 or something like that. Well, then they had to bump everything up, so like it went on like 6, and like so I missed like the people I wanted to see because they ended up pushing them up forward and stuff. But so anyway, I've seen those guys a lot. So anyway, I watched your guys' set in Midnight Hour, and because it was I just recorded like the week before with Midnight Hour, and promote that show, and then I ducked out and I went to another show across town, which was a pretty typical Saturday night for me. I run around to 2 or 3 different shows, So that's why I actually I haven't been able to officially introduce myself at a show. So we're just now meeting
Right.
today. But yeah, but I've been around. I see you guys. I see you guys putting in the work.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. But yeah,
Danny's really the one that does all the work, really.
Yeah.
We collectively group and go, Danny.
Yeah.
Can you do this?
I'm like the manager / publicist, and then Danny is like the sales guy. Addison is the guy who just randomly talks to people. Well, I guess it's kind of Danny too.
I'm like, Danny, I need a dope 16 right now. He just kicks it freestyle out of nowhere. And I'm writing it down like as fast. I'm kidding.
Actually, Antonio does write all the music. I actually forgot about that. Antonio writes all of our music.
Oh my god!
On our first radio interview ever, like after we were a band for like 4 months, we went on this like college radio program with Sabrina Reitmeyer, who is now on 102.5 KZK, and she's awesome. But that was like a plug. But anyway,
welcome.
She was like interviewing us, and she like gave us this chance. We had like just recorded Get Hype. I don't even think we had the EP done. No. And we got this interview with her, and Antonio, during her first interview ever,
tell it wrong.
Danny, tell the story so that I don't tell it wrong.
No, like,
Antonio.
Somebody said something, and then Antonio said something along the lines of,
like, I'm pretty
I
sure
write all the music.
no, I didn't. See? All right, we're gonna.
And then he said, "Oh, wait a minute,
We're gonna clear the air
Okay,
today.
I thought she was like, do you write your own lyrics or something like that?
Nope,
And then
nope, you're wrong too.
Okay.
This is
Tell us this story
exactly.
because we'll go back and listen.
We
to
must have had more of the EP done, if not the whole thing.
Yeah, because I thought like she was gonna plug in like last time or something, and then there was a language thing.
She had just played The Truth.
The Truth was the second one we recorded, so we could have had those two.
Right.
But we weren't done with the EP. I know we
She
weren't.
just got done playing the song "The Truth," which is like a story. You know what I'm saying? Like of whatever. But she just played that, and then right after it goes off, she goes, "That was The Truth" by Discrepancies, and she looks over at us and she's like, "So what was that song about?" And immediately everybody in the band looks at me and doesn't say anything. So then I say, "Oh well, I guess I did write it." Like meaning the lyrics, I wrote the story. I wasn't meaning I wrote all the music and had everything to do with it. But
I mean,
that's exactly how it happened. And then
Do you have a recording?
Garrett immediately is like, "Oh, I guess he writes all the music." That's not what I said. I'm like, I wrote the story that goes to that song.
To be honest, we look at you because that's like your time to shine. Like, oh, I wrote this about. Blah, blah,
Like,
blah.
I didn't.
What did you want us to do? Like, Antonio, shut the fuck up.
Right.
I wanted to tell you what
Right.
Antonio was
That's
writing
true.
about here.
Yeah. I guess I wasn't talking much during the interview, but like, soon as that, everybody stopped and looked at me, and I was like, "Oh." I guess I did write it. So, and then everybody's like, "Oh, okay."
That interview was weird. We had like a bunch of people in there while we were recording. There was like 4 other people in the room
taking
we were
pictures. Like, that
yeah,
was
we're like,
weird.
okay, we're not gonna do this.
Moms
anymore.
and girlfriends and everything.
Yeah, we're just like, wait a minute,
manager.
Yeah, it was just not.
Hey, it was our first. It was our first.
That's true. That's true. You gotta learn. You live and learn.
Yeah. Yeah, who was I can't. I'm drawing a blank right now. But anyway, somebody on the show just a bit ago, and it was their very first interview and stuff. It's pretty exciting to, kind of be on that.
Pop the cherry.
Yeah, be on that level where I can help introduce some people to some new music like that, and then give these guys an opportunity to showcase themselves a little bit. And
for sure.
But yeah, I have a lot of fun doing this show and talking to you guys and talking about music, and hopefully introduce the rest of the city and the world to good music around town. But yeah, so it's fun.
I know a lot of people appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I check out the show a lot. So,
what
questions, if you wanted to answer those.
oh, you want me to answer that?
Yeah. Since you write all the music. But yeah, we got a few questions from.
Yeah, we
online.
didn't get a whole lot. We got a couple though.
This guy asked,
and Addison was on there trolling people about it.
Yeah, I was like, I have to troll my own band.
I was like, at first I was right as this conversation is going on Facebook, I'm private messaging Addison. I'm like, you're not supposed to answer these questions right now. Right? So, are you trolling or are you confused? Because it's understandable either way.
At least we're not homeless.
I've been doing this. I throw it out there. Trying to get people more socially engaged in the show and have fun with it. And like I just did one with Talk.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And I got all kinds of questions, so it was really fun that their fans all participated, and we had a lot of those. I asked those questions on the show, and that led to a lot of really funny stories on the air, and so. But like I just did same thing with your guys and Inimical, and we really didn't get much response. But it's like so sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But
yeah,
it's.
I think one of our downfalls / upsides at the same time is that we are like super open to everybody all the time about everything.
Yeah.
We pretty much post everything publicly on social media. We're not really like about what's going on behind the scenes type thing. It's like whenever we're trying to build hype, like it's probably something that was done within like the last week or two, and we're getting ready to tell everybody about it. It's not like we've had something in the works for like years and it's like top secret. So I feel like sometimes I do think it's like kind of difficult to.
Behind the scenes, watch this video of the bass player eating a sandwich. Never before seen by human eyes.
That would be a video of Danny stealing somebody's sandwich.
It'd just be at Subway, like looking like a rat.
This person like goes to the bathroom and Danny just runs to the door, grabs the sandwich, and runs back. That's literally the whole video.
Or just like McDonald's, and like somebody's at their chair, and I'm running one door, grab the sandwich out the other door.
Right.
Why do we never do that on Twitter?
But Danny streaked in New York. Buffalo, New York.
No.
That wasn't New York? I'm sorry.
Detroit, Michigan.
That was
Yeah,
Detroit?
it was Detroit, Michigan, I think.
Yeah.
Detroit,
Okay,
Michigan.
I'm sorry. That was Detroit.
Oh, I know.
I don't know how you always confuse the two.
All I know
We
is
played
that
a
it was
dive bar. That was a bad show.
We played bad, but the people running the show were pretty cool.
The bartender was cool.
There was only one guy working. I mean,
And there was another lady that was there for a minute.
Well, yeah, she was like real late into it because it was just originally there was that one dude with the beard and all the tattoos.
he was dope.
He was cool.
He made me a lot of drinks that night. He was a really cool guy.
And then after
Like right as we're packing up, I'm like, "Can I get a whiskey sour?" He made like 3 of them.
Nice. But yeah, Danny streaked in the front of that bar.
Yeah, it was just like we finished the show, we packed up, we were ready to leave. Everybody was chatting and stuff, and then Antonio was talking to the few. And
Were talking about how we've been talking forever about how we wanted to prank the few, and which were the guys we went on tour with, and we just like we didn't really do that much with we hadn't at that point done that much to them. So
Well, Danny broke their window.
not yet.
That was after that.
That was after.
And that was on accident.
But
I offered to pay for that window.
No.
I was very buzzed, and I was making mentions about how we should go streak in front of them, and then
everybody's like,
nervous to
Danny.
do it, and then we were all like, Danny, you should do it.
And I was like, okay.
No, that was not how it went. We had to like.
I mean, yeah, there was
talk you
some
into
talking
it.
to it, but I was like, you know what, fine, I'll do it. And
So we had they're loading their van on the front side of this bar. We're on the back side.
Yeah.
and so I go,
Danny comes sprinting around.
I'm butt naked on the side of this bar behind this bush. I look like I'm about to attack somebody.
You walked up and you were
I was
hiding
in my
the bush
boxers.
in your underwear, and then you took them off.
And then I took my boxers off in the bushes, and I'm naked on the side of this bar, hiding behind bushes, looking like I'm about to rape somebody. Like I'm just ready at no point. And then you tried to get video. Yeah, I think you still have the
Antonio's
video.
chasing him, trying to take a video of it.
And I'm just like,
Dude, Addison are driving away in the van. Like,
I did not chase. But I did get video. I posted on Facebook tonight. I'm kidding.
I'm sure you can because
I don't think you like got any like graphic in there.
No, it was
it was just
ass.
my like white ass. Just
It's just ass and hair fluttering in the wind.
just naked white ass.
So after he does that, they all look appalled, and we're driving. It's just a drive-by. The door's open, jumps in, and we're gone. And then we get down to the end of the road, and we found out we went the wrong way. So we had to turn around and
We drove back.
like, oh, that was so disappointing.
And
And
so
then we went and had beer with them.
Right.
We went and sat down at dinner.
driving past them again after we went the wrong way, I rolled down the window, and again I was like, "Woo!"
That was so funny. Danny, tell them how you broke their window.
We were playing. Me and
We were playing.
Yeah, we were playing.
We were just playing.
We go knock on each other's vans.
Right.
Hey, can Alex come out? And
Hey,
play?
can Alex come down and we can go play with the basketball? And so it was actually me and Alex that were kicking the ball back and forth. Like, we'd kick it and the other one would catch it, and then he'd kick it and go back and forth. And so I decided to, like, okay, we're going to take this to the next level. And I, like, walked to the other side of the Walmart parking lot and I kicked it. And it's just straight, like, arc dive to their open back window, and it shatters. And Dan was sleeping in the back of the van.
Do you guys remember when this happened? I'm pretty sure when we all asked Danny what really happened, he was like, I barely kicked it, dude.
Yeah, this story.
Everything's done now. So
He's like, dude, we were like standing right next to the trailer, which is attached to their van. I like barely touched it with my foot, and it hit the window.
okay, so
But now it was on the other side of
real
the
story
parking
time. I was on the other side of the parking lot next to the Walmart, and I kicked the ball, and it like just straight beeline to their window, and their guitar player Dan was asleep in the back of the van, and the glass was like shattered all next to his feet and shit, and like he was like in his underwear, like, what happened? Like,
what was awesome is that the few got their window.
they hit a scrapyard
fixed
that
for
day.
like $30, like, so it wasn't like
40 or something.
ridiculously brutal. And
I remember I was
we paid 'em
asleep.
back for it, so.
I had just passed out, and like the vans were parked right next to each other, but the front of our van was parked was next to the back of their van.
Yeah, there's
so
three
like
stops away.
I was right next to it, and I just heard. I woke up, looked over, and saw the glass and shit everywhere. And I just got up out of the van and walked into Walmart. I was like, I do not want to have any. I don't want to be a part of this.
I am not affiliated with this party.
You guys ever see that video? It's like a guy in Walmart like shooting a basket, and then and he like turns around and starts like
And it's all like
guy-
slow-mo,
the guy's
and then he hits the
walking.
old dude, and he's like, boom! Like straight like Matrix.
Actually, that happened to us, except for it was Addison, and he was trying to ride a longboard inside of Walmart, and then he shelf, and everything fell off of it.
And then we ran like little girls in Walmart. Oh, yeah.
No, I just like I had just got to where you guys were, and I see it.
Addison fly out of the
I'm like on a longboard looking at Addison. I'm like, this is like how you like steer, you like lean like this, and he's like, all right.
And then both of us walked.
Just fucking
knocks over this.
I think it was both me and you that walked up, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, Garrett?"
I just walked the other way. Immediately walked the other. All right, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I don't want to be a part of this situation either. It's ridiculous.
well, we better handle some business here because I realize we haven't talked about it at all. But you guys are playing November 14th at the Ready Room.
16.
16.
Oh, 16th.
It's a Monday. It's a Monday.
Yeah,
Monday.
so unprofessional.
It's all right. It's the 16th, everybody.
16th.
I guarantee
Yeah.
you, in like 10 days, all of them are going to message me on Facebook and be like, what day is that
Yeah.
P.O.D. show? I haven't asked off yet. When are we going to do that? I'll be like, November 12th.
So November 16th at the Ready Room.
23rd, right?
P.O.D. and Hollow Point Heroes.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's gonna be a fun
Good
one.
lineup.
Yeah, that'll be a great night, man. I've been listening to P.O.D. for a long time.
Yeah.
And those guys.
Somebody told me that they were just here like not that long ago, and I hadn't seen anything about them in a while. So I know they just released that new album. So.
Yeah.
We've recently been talking about whether or not we were going to add something new that hasn't been shown yet to a set, or whether or not we were going to do a new cover. And we decided ultimately that we were going to do a Head PE cover off of what Antonio showed us. But originally our first idea was to do a POD cover, and then it was days later that we got offered the show.
Yeah, so
which
it was
is really
ironic.
cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Antonio was literally like, we should do Here Comes the Boom by P.O.D. And we're all kind of like, yeah, that would be kind of cool. But we did just play that Head PE show. We could do something like that. And then it's like, do you want to play this Head PE show? Or this P.O.D. show? And we're like, well, yeah, that's cool.
So maybe you guys should think about other bands that you should cover.
exactly, and it
Right.
just naturally lines up.
Yeah.
We need to cover
You want to cover Eminem and Jay-Z and
Linkin Park.
yeah, let's get,
That one still hasn't panned out.
we need to cover Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole right now. And let's cover Jennifer Lopez. and whipped cream. What is he, like 50? I don't even care. She's still banging.
Wow.
Yeah,
that show. Anyway.
Yeah, I've known those Hollow Point Heroes guys a long time. They I went to school with Mike and Todd, so
that's cool.
I've known those guys for about 20 years or so.
Right on.
Cool.
So yeah, it's exciting to see the success that they've had too. In the local scene here, and
They play a lot of shows, man.
yeah,
They play a lot of shows.
yeah, they've kind of been a bit quiet, just recently, with they've been trying to record now. So, but it'd be exciting to see them throw down with Head PE or with P.O.D. Sorry,
I know we're all confused.
And
What's
then,
the date again?
Yeah,
November 16th.
November
It's a
16th.
Monday.
but they've done a bunch of Head PE shows too,
They've been around for a minute, right?
yeah.
I performed with them before I was in this band, like years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, at Pops, or not with them, but like on the same stage.
Back when he used to put his CD in the
Yeah.
CD player and just press play.
But I never had a backing track ever.
I remember the first time I saw Antonio, he goes, yeah!
Or like not backing vocals. Get out of here, man.
I never saw him rap once.
We still have it.
We still haven't seen him rap once.
I just stood there and was like, listen.
He's so good at lip syncing.
Danny goes in and records the album, and we just kind of drop it to a lower pitch. And
Add a little grit.
Did you you had another group, or you?
It was like a rap group, or I don't even know if I did that show with them. That was called Cypher. But I've done shows to where it's just me as well. But yeah, I think it was with the rap group Cypher, Dub Flow. He performed with us a few times.
he's at the Head PE.
He was at the Head PE show with us. Yeah, dude.
What? So how did you guys kind of touched on it when you two, Garrett and Addison, started the group? But did you guys how did you guys all come about to form this group?
Basically, me and Addison went to high school together. We were in an old band called Faithful Rejection. Addison joined it as it was ending, and basically we were just kind of worked on riffs for an entire summer. We both played guitar, and we were just kind of jamming, and we kind of were giving up. We're we'll just kind of jam and have fun, and then we were both we should really kind of try and take this seriously if this is what we both want to do, because we both really wanted to. And I was well, we can't really find a good singer, we can't really find a good drummer. I don't know anybody that's good. But there's this guy at my work that raps, and he's actually not terrible. And there's a lot of terrible rappers. I was we should give him a shot. And I had bought one of Antonio's CDs because I felt terrible for him. And
Here we go. I remember that day. Let me just go off on that day. I was doing what rappers do. Hey, buy my mixtape. It's fire.
Putting it in your McDonald's Happy Meal,
and immediately Garrett looks at me and he's I don't know. He's I'll tell you what, I'll look up some stuff or whatever, and then I'll get back to you. And I was all right, cool. So I pulled up a video on my phone right then and there. I was listen to this right now. And and I went back up on the line and started working. And when I went back there, he bought a CD. I was I guess he liked it. Good shit. But
he felt even worse for it.
I guess so. He's oh my god.
How do you
take this money and get away from me?
How do you remember these days so distinctively? I can't even remember this morning. Anyway though, so Antonio joined up with us. He was always up. Even when I was in the old band, I always told Antonio I liked mixing the two genres, and it was something we should consider doing. So it was just finally doing it, and Antonio basically said, "Okay, you know what? I mean, I'll dedicate myself to this for a little bit, and let's see how it works out." And so he started working with us, and then it all started working really well. We were at a party at Addison's old apartment when we got a video from Danny of him playing Metallica, and we were kind of okay, we should give this. Yeah, you played Master of Puppets.
Slab bass,
yeah.
And then I did Muse's Hysteria and a bunch of other stuff. There was a lot of stuff I put in the video.
All right. Anyway,
there was a lot of stuff you played in the video.
The one thing I remember was him playing the whole Master of Puppets because it's 6 minutes long. So. Either way, He showed us a video of him playing that, and we watched it, and we were like, this kid's actually like really good. We should talk to him. And then, so me and Antonio met up with Danny. He forced us to buy him Taco Bell.
It was so good. Oh, worth it.
I know, right?
Danny is...
that was hilarious, man.
Danny is the guy that when we play shows, right, I handle money, figure out time slots, get everybody what time we're going on stage, what time everybody needs to be, where they know. I assign Danny to figure out what we can possibly get for free. Danny figures out if we can get drinks, food, hand jobs, anything we can get. he is in charge of anything we can possibly get for free.
Cicero's, it's usually a free pizza and soft drinks.
There have been shows before that like we have played that the bands get like a drink ticket, but we get a pizza. And like nobody else gets a pizza.
Like Cicero's. Or Pops will get 2 drink tickets a person. And I think recently we've been going down to 1 because they know my tricks now.
They know my tricks.
Yeah, there's 10 people in our band.
Right, yeah.
We have 30 background dancers.
Right.
And they're very thirsty.
Right.
Well, if they're background dancers.
But yeah, I mean, it basically, we just got lucky. Like all of our personalities kind of blended. While none of us listened to anywhere near the same type of music, it just kind of like worked out as far as personalities go.
That kind of spawned the name.
Yeah, that also that's where the name basically came from too, was the fact that all of us came from such different areas and backgrounds, and then somehow made it work.
Yeah, I think it's working, guys. I love it. It's exciting to watch you guys grow, in this scene and things, and seeing opportunities like this P.O.D. show and other big opportunities come about,
right,
and stuff. So,
we recently got a sponsorship too.
Yeah.
From Cold Cock Whiskey, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Insert plug here.
Right.
I mean, they're really cool to us. We kind of like some of the people we know in the scene have gotten endorsements through them, and some of the people we met on tour also did. Actually, the Few brought a photographer named Chuck Beck, and he bought a bottle when we were in Indiana, and he shared it with us, and it was actually really good. So we were like, we should consider this, and then we reached out to them, and they got back to us, and they're like, look, this is what we can offer you. If you're interested, then let's do it. And it was a pretty good deal. So we're excited for it. I mean, they're not really asking for much in return. I mean, they're telling us to basically enjoy drinking alcohol and exchange. So I mean, we could do that.
Yeah, boy.
Right. So we were pretty happy.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Well, put some tracks on here. Close this thing out. What would you guys like me to play?
What you guys want to play?
Cricket.
What you guys want to put on there? Let's do. You want to do Last Time?
Ooh.
I feel like we never throw that one out there first.
Isn't Nimical on the same podcast?
No, it's 2 separate. I just recorded them.
I was going to say, if it was at the same time, then I would say Last Time.
Yeah. Then what do you want to put on there? You want to put?
I don't care.
Get Hype or Repertoire?
I like Repertoire. I like Breaking Rules and The Truth. Those and Last Time, but yeah.
You don't like Get Hype though.
You want to do The Truth?
No. Get Hype is all right. Not that it was just I like the other one more. So,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's cool.
But I know that's what you guys are pushing as a single right now, right?
That's what we originally did. That was the first single that came out.
Yeah.
It's kind of the one that just became it that way too.
Yeah,
right.
It's the first one we did.
Videos, yeah,
that's the first song we ever wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collectively.
Yeah. I just I tend to I don't know.
Shy away from singles.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something I like albums. I like the
the whole
the B sides, the deep cuts kind of style.
Right.
I never really always fell for the poppier, single ones or and that's just. I mean, there are some I do like, but just those, yeah, for sure. Yeah. but for whatever reason, I was drawn to those more, and so. But yeah, I don't know. So what do we think?
Let's do your 2 then. Repertoire and Breaking Rules.
All right, there we go. Stick around for those and see these guys at the Ready Room, November 16th. Get them tickets.
Tickets are $20 by themselves. We do have group packages. If you bring your friends, you get your ticket for free. Message us for those details. And also T-shirt bundles, or you
Which
can
are
get
like super good deals because we sell those like nonstop because you get such a good discount on the ticket that you're basically getting a shirt for nothing. So
the shirts are awesome. The She Wants the D shirts.
Yeah, Evan Murray from Contenders has officially signed that we have the coolest shirts in the scene. So
nice.
Follow these guys on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
Bandcamp.
We're on everything.
Yeah. Buy some music, people.
right now, we are.
Right now.
Or you can even find our personal pages.
Yeah.
We all like cat videos.
Danny likes
cat videos.
I prefer Pokemon.
I am
memes,
all of
but
us.
And Spider-Man ass slapping memes.
Dude, those are hilarious though.
Send those on. See, he loves it. You hear that? Send those his way.
Or the mashups, the Thomas the Tank Engine. Those are dope too.
All right, that's enough of that.
All right, guys. It's been a lot of fun.
All right.
Thanks for taking some time out.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah. We'll.
And thanks to everybody listening in now.
Yes.
Oh, come on, that's so cheesy.
Get over it.
Except Mauston.
I can end on that.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
ATG, and I'm an addict of ripping up whack MCs. I'll be your favorite rapper unless you disagree. In that case, I'm everything he always wanted to be. Growing up, I just watched Slim Shady and Pop. They were nothing alike. Both taught me a lot. Turn me up to the max and wake up the whole block. Got your moms and your pops like, gosh, this kid rocks. Barrett and Bart and bang and dang, diggy diggy, take it from the country directly into the inner city. Spit the truth to the youth, down to the nitty gritty. Can't forget your elders, even Grady getting jiggy with. The mission that we discussed was never broken around. I mentioned to speed it up and never slowing it down. And if you're plotting on stopping me, better gobble your broccoli, shaking bacon and properly. Ricky Bobby velocity, we are more than men, but less than gods. Achieving our goals, best of odds. You can check my repertoire. My rep is raw, my rap is raw. Take a rusty rigid blade and try to cut off every flaw. I still be the illest MC that you ever saw. You can check my repertoire. My rap is raw, my rap is raw. I don't concern myself with the finer things. Spending my time on my lines, making my rhymes supreme. There's just one thing, no matter what you do, don't never ever scuff my shoe. Are you serious? I never really needed the latest sneakers, just maybe my Adidas and a mic to invade the speakers. The flow is ill, I hope you have a moment to take a breather. So maybe you can pull some hocus pocus and break the fever. But it ain't gonna happen as long as I'm rapping rapidly, taking over the galaxy, only battling gravity. Some still wanna challenge me, rappers trapped in a fallacy, always ends in a tragedy, never knowing that actually we are more than men, but less than gods. Achieving our goals, best of odds. You can check my repertoire. My rap is raw, my rap is raw. Take a rusty rigid blade and try to cut off every flaw. I still be the illest MC that you ever saw. You can check my repertoire. My rap is raw, my rap is raw.
Way more than me, much less than God. Achieving our goals, best of odds.
A lot of people don't consider me to be a real rapper because I'm not your typical generic rapper writing repetitive nonsense over trap beats. Truth be told, I don't have a lot, but I work hard for what I do have. And even if I did have it all, that would never be the substance of my art. Rap has a bad reputation for putting ignorance on a pedestal. We will make history when we raise the bar. So, let's take it back to the beginning of rap and let the conversation rock between opinions and facts and bring back the social skills that have slipped through the cracks. They've kidnapped our precious moments and replaced them with apps. Let's take it back to when our style wasn't closed. We threw up the peace sign, but we smiled when we posed. Back when breakfast, lunch, and dinner was all coming from the stove. Your family in the kitchen making something for your soul. Yo, and all the adventures of outside, and no bike with no brakes was my ride. A road trip was only down to the cornerstone, and a sidewalk was the freedom of the open road. With a dream and a bag of dimes, a notepad and a stash of lines. Please excuse if I brag at times. Mom told me that the world was mine.